Okay, blink once, blink twice. Look at this cool cake meets optical illusion, a colorful cake design that does make you look twice. The cake resembles a two-dimensional drawing at first glance, but then you realize it's real and it's edible. Jamie Gillman is here to help us, show us, I should say, 2 different ways to decorate these trending cartoon cakes at home. It's so nice to meet you.
Such a pleasure.
You are a talent.
Thank you.
My goodness.
Thank you.
I haven't seen this. Cartoon cakes, though, you say are a thing?
Yes, it's becoming the newest trend. I love it because it kind of creates that optical illusion that you're wondering, is it real? Is it fake?
Yeah.
And you have to kind of hack into it to figure that out.
See, my kids actually stumbled on a show the other day. Is it cake? Is that a show? There's a show out there where people create cakes and they put it next to real objects.
Yes,
and you have to
and you're
choose.
like, you wonder.
This kind of has that effect. Up close, it just becomes whimsical and playful and fun.
I love that word, whimsical.
Whimsical.
Yes.
Okay, there are 2 ways to accomplish this.
Right. You can do this with buttercream, which we have here.
Okay.
Or this one's done in fondant. Both achieve the similar look with just a simple, different process.
Do you have a preference?
You know, the fondant one takes a little more time, but it's a little more cleaner look. You kind of like that. Where the buttercream, you can kind of mess with it and play with it a little bit, but a little easier to use in some ways.
The way you've just outlined and I guess shadowed, is that the word? And added those little character expressions, like those little pops and lines.
Right.
It's so clever,
Oh,
Jamie.
thank
It's so
you.
clever. Show us what you did and how you did it.
Okay, so for this guy, this one's our buttercream.
Okay.
And if you want to, do you want to try?
Well, I always want to try.
If I can do it, you
for about
can do it,
2
right?
minutes, and then I back away
So
sheepishly.
this one, I just have a small little round piping tip right here. And all it is creating an outline with your frosting.
I'm going to do the back side.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Because no one has to see this side, right?
There's always a back side to a cake.
Well, it's going to be my side this time because you're the pro in the front. Okay, and just getting as close to the edge as you can?
And sometimes if you can see on these other cakes, it's kind of, we don't really connect all of the edges.
Okay.
So that's what kind of gives you that cartoon look.
Kind of reminds me of that old Roger Rabbit movie we used to watch with
Yes,
kids.
yes.
Okay, and is there a color palette that works best for this effect?
I think the lighter one kind of gives you that old school, like you said, the Roger Rabbit look.
Yeah.
And the kind of the pastels. I really like. This one's a bright, fun pink one. Oh, so you're doing fabulous.
This is kind of fun.
I'm doing a mess.
Is this buttercream the pink section?
This is all buttercream.
How did you get the drips to be so chunky and defined?
So I kind of outlined it with a toothpick and then just filled in with the buttercream and smoothed it out.
Okay.
But yeah, look at Brooke. Like, do you need a job?
Oh, well, are you hiring?
I'm
Do you
always
need an
hiring. I
assistant?
always need an
I know your
assistant.
orders, especially after today, are going to be pouring in. How
You're
fun.
professional.
How fun
so
is
yeah,
this?
and it's just kind of creating that.
Where do you decide to do the little, I don't know what to call them, character marks?
Kind of wherever. Like for this
Okay.
one, we just kind of did it separated. So you can also do this with fondant. I have what's called a clay extruder or a fondant extruder.
Is this?
Right? This is $10 on Amazon, by the way. So simple. So if you just spin it, it gets these little piping pieces, and you can put them all over your cake. So it kind of does the hard work for you.
It's like the Play-Doh machine.
Mind-blowing, right?
When you were a kid.
Yes, exactly.
And it would
spaghetti.
snake out. Yes.
Yes, the spaghetti.
And so that's what you've used here?
Yes.
Okay.
So we got to hack into this because you have to see.
And this is the fondant one.
This is the fondant one.
Okay.
That
I hate to make you cut it.
I'll
Okay.
see. Yeah, I'm not.
You're
I'm
like,
okay
cake's
with it.
my thing.
Yeah.
I cut cake all day.
I'm okay to cut into it.
Every day.
But just so you can see that it is definitely cake. If you want to hand me that plate.
You betcha.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh,
Look
look
at
at that. Party on the inside, party
Absolutely.
on the outside too. Oh, that's the best. Look at that. Okay, you like the brighter palette.
Yes. So it's kind of just gives you a variety. With buttercream and fondant, you can have your choices, but both kind of create a fun illusion for your eyes.
And black frosting. I mean,
black frosting is definitely the key secret component to this cake.
You want that contrast.
Definitely. That's what we'll give you. Anytime you outline with the black frosting, that's what's going to create the cartoon look for you.
And even the cupcake, the miniature version,
That's
taking
right.
those same swirls, literally over the top. Is that fondant, that cherry?
That cherry is fondant.
Oh my gosh, how
These
fun.
ones are just gumballs. So, I mean, you really don't even have to use fondant. You can just utilize what you have around the house.
Jamie, thank you for introducing us to the trend and
Such
showing us the
a
cool
pleasure.
ways, the different ways to pull this off. You take cake orders.
I do.
And you share your designs online. How can we see
Absolutely.
more of your work?
So I am on Instagram, Cake Baked Blondie, and also my website is cakebakedblondie.com.
Cute name, Cake Baked Blondie.
That's
Cartoon cakes. You saw it here. Thanks again for sharing.
Thank
nice
you,
job.
Brooke.